Good morning and thank you for joining us for Monday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV. It is yet another time where we take you through some of the stories that appear in our newspapers. And today with me, Tandi Wemzmara, and my colleague
Robert Edward.
Good morning, Robert. How are you?
I'm very much fine. Good morning, Tand.
Good morning. I'm okay too. Thank you.
Great.
Sure. I will be taking you through the Daily Times newspaper. And of course, Robert will be taking you through the Nation.
The Nation newspaper.
Sure. I will start on the front page. A headline here reads, Jobless Teachers and Government Tussle. Sub-headlines read, Threatened to camp at State House, Education Ministry unmoved. And part of the story reads that disagreements have ensued between government-trained primary school teachers and their mother ministry, the Ministry of Education, with the teachers demanding permanent employment while government feels that is an impossible demand. And the teachers have since penned President Lazarus Chakwera to take action within 5 days, warning that failure to do so will compel them to camp at the State House. I think this issue to do with unemployed teachers has been going on for a while now, and we've seen the ministry even taking a move to employ temporary teachers, of which obviously it's not something that's temporary. That means it's not permanent. At the end of the day, that means that those contracts are actually going to end. I don't know how you look at it, because obviously we need a lot of teachers as well in the schools, and yet there are also a lot of teachers out there who do not have jobs.
There are a lot of arrogance that comes from government when it comes to this matter. There are a lot of people in authorities who tend to play around with teachers. There are a lot of people who will think of even leaders of this move by the teachers trying to demand a listening ear from government. They will be tagged to be linked with opposition. You know, amalimbaja atumwacha anapangidwa kutagi kuti mwina izi siding with the opposition mpaka na meeting yao makapangira kukaloji kena kaki kosa kopanda pake kaloji kakulonga ku 24 pakana makafika ku loji na ili kutali kwa bisika. Okay, all that should tell you there is someone who is saying, look, we were trained and we were supposed to be employed, and then someone who is supposed to do that, instead of just doing what he's supposed to do, he's busy trying to find a way of running away from his responsibility. And then Hamina Makaba forefront, they are trying to fight for the rights of the teachers. They are tagged otherwise. So that is tantamount to arrogance. When it comes to teachers, you know, I always say we put our priorities upside down. We always go for sensational. Even the president himself, he has an initiative which he awards doctors, medical personnel who have done great in this country. He has that. But you know why he cannot choose teachers, he will choose the doctors? It's because he knows that it is directly sensational or much easier to appeal to somebody for him to be seen as if he's doing something that he cares more than the teachers, because something related to health is something that you wouldn't discuss because it's about somebody's health. To me, I believe the same gesture extended to medical personnel, it could have been extended to the teachers. Look, I saw a story by Chikondi Mpande from Zodiac this morning. She has written a story about some teacher in a very remote area in Deza, right? Who has managed to make all the learners kuda akoze masamu mumaiso standard, and they have gone to secondary. So this teacher Ekaru was able to see kuti mwana goda apuzire mankane masamu ana mavura masamu chifanyanya masamu mwana gawira makasora kupuzisidwa nthawi ya dzuwa brain yawo imaka ndarama amalimbikitsana. He was taking that initiative malimbikitsana at least in a day azisovako masamu awiri in the morning and in the evening. So by so doing yana kazodi, they became interested with math and the nabzozoti anaja akoza. But if you take a picture of that teacher, now if you look at that teacher, I'm telling you, you'll be like, this person is the one who is doing this komano aita kuoneka kuti munthu uyu uliona kuti zovala zake chani.
It's only doing it because it's passionate.
So mvesa chisoni. I felt so much touched. You understand? These are people, they are the teachers. Their welfare was supposed to be at their heart. Komana anthu awawa kuti apite they will be arrogant. I'm telling you, I'm not a prophet of doom, but government on this issue, somebody will come.
Actually, already government is saying that they don't work on ultimatums.
You see, arrogance here. That's the arrogance, because they will make sure. But I'm telling you, what we just need to do is to say, if you come out open. We cannot employ you now because of A, B, C, D. But we are trying our best to make sure I mean, who are you without these teachers, without Malawians? Honestly, it becomes quite unfair. So that's what I was trying to say when I said there is some arrogance from government, but they are not supposed to be doing that. Old Mutual invests 8 million in safe motherhood. Old Mutual Malawi PLC has donated 8 million towards safe motherhood through this year's National Publications Limited NPL Mothers Fun Run, an initiative that mobilizes resources for the cause in public hospitals. Wow. This is something commendable.
It really is.
It's something commendable. Maybe before you go to the second page, there is WASH targets under threat, 240 billion per year needed to achieve 2030 goals. Malawi faces a race against time to achieve water, sanitation and hygiene under sustainable development goals due to funding gaps, as it faces a deficit of 140 billion annually.
Okay, so what we need is 240 billion, and so if we are facing a deficit of 140, that means we only have 100 billion.
Yes. So it's some. We are playing with fire, but you are playing with fire.
And you know, this is an issue. Yes, and this is a very critical issue because we're looking at if we sort this out, we're looking at putting the because it also actually falls under the WASH sector. Okay, moving on to the third page. A headline here reads "Budget Indiscipline Worries Parliament," and part of the story reads that the Budget and Finance Committee of Parliament has said it will engage the Treasury on allegations that the Ministry is changing the budget without consulting Parliament. This follows revelations by the National Registration Bureau that the budget that was approved by Parliament was reduced by 177 million Malawi kwacha. That is sad. The National Registration Bureau's budget was reduced by 177 million kwacha. These are allegations.
Okay, there are allegations.
Yes, it was reduced by the Ministry of Finance.
Wow.
Which means it's the same issue we're talking about the WASH sector, to say that funding is always important. It actually helps with smooth operation of whatever moves that are supposed to be made under, whether the ministry or whether it's a department.
Now, before we go to business, there is just a story. Chakwera hails gender equality strides. President Lazarus Chakwera started his participation in side events at the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, in New York, United States, by attending the UN Women Generation Equality Midpoint at the UN headquarters. State House Press Office said in a statement that the president attended the function, a crucial gesture in the Generation Equality Forum, a multi-stakeholder initiatives launched by UN Women, which was coordinated by governments of Iceland and the United Republic of Tanzania.
Okay. You want to
abule apita kuunga. I know kuti ma WhatsApp muli anthu amene amango yankhula. Parantwena ga president amangodana naye, I don't even know. The other people, the fact that Chakwera is the president, they're just bitter. I don't know why. The other people, the fact that Peter Mutharika was the president, they're just bitter.
They have their own reasons.
I don't know why people just, okay,
You would never try to understand people. You should never try to understand people.
Pankani ya president apita kuunga amene apita ndito he has gone. Now tikuti palinkani yakuti akapita kumene koko ujeni yodu sana ichite launch ungayo sina chide official open nde ayamba kale kuchita ma meetings. So I know there will be a lot of abulomene kukatani nde arapita nakakhala nawo pa nsonkhano uwu olimbikitsa nkhani zoti pasamakale kusiyana pakati pa mayi ndi abambo. Dziko lino likamaka zoti lupanga nawo zimenezo imachita attract attention ya ma donors acha. Somebody was whispering in my ears to say even ECF one of the things cheka zose amazacheka let's see your human rights track record and all that. Yeah, so these are important things and the president is doing that. So abule msumukazabwina kumene what we just want is you just give us a breakdown nabanga joins as simple as that. So I think we can move to business. So ena amene mangoda under president I think it's just kupulireni
Whoa, calm down. Okay, moving on to business. A headline here reads inflation inches up to 28.6% in August. And part of the story reads that figures from the National Statistical Office, NSO, have shown that the country's headline inflation inched upwards to 28.6% in August 2023. This represents a 0.2 percentage point increase when compared to the 28.4% inflation recorded in July 2023 and a 3.1 percentage point jump when compared to the 25.5% inflation reported in August 2022.
Wow, on the Nation newspaper there is also a similar story. That's why I wouldn't want to belabor myself, but just to say it's something that we have been told times that number as a country. Okay, so Zurana already zintu zukukwera bentengo wa Malawi. So whatever we have, let's spend it wisely. First in today's season, in the business of the nation, there is also kind of IFDH. Okay. IFDH thumbs up. Okay. Now it's 15 years in business.
Okay, now moving on to international news. A headline here reads Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso establish security alliance, and part of the story reads that Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have signed a mutual defense pact as the three Sahel countries aim to help each other against possible threats of armed rebellion or external aggression. The charter, known as the Alliance of Sahel States, signed on Saturday, binds the signatories to assist one another, including militarily, in the event of an attack on any one of them. I think, okay, for those that have been following, in most of these countries, we have seen whereby there has been the military taking over the country. And most of these countries have actually been putting in what would I say, initiatives to actually protect themselves. Now 3 countries have come together to actually they formed an alliance to protect one another, to protect themselves and also protect one another. It's it's situations like this that actually tell you that as Malawi we're a really peaceful country.
We are indeed. So I think I will go straight to arts and culture. There is a story here. Stakeholders urged to incorporate environment in tourism sector. Minister of Tourism Vera Kantugule has advised operators, investors, and the public to incorporate environmental issues as they celebrate the National Youth Month, which observes in September. Another story: Longer Gates Field of Cape Stars. Windhouse beverages and hospitality makers of the Cape Stars spirits range held tasting sessions of their newly introduced brands to Lilongwe over there.
Okay, I will take one in arts and culture. A headline here is Joya's Chilembwe Casting Call gets over 200 applicants. And part of the story reads that veteran filmmaker Shemu Joya has said that they are making headway on the John Chilembwe movie promo and that they are hoping to shoot next month. The development comes barely a month after a casting call was made, and Joya indicated that they have received over 200 applicants. I like the move. They're trying to tell the John Chilembwe story. I think one thing that we've noticed is that most of the John Chilembwe story is made, the drama is made in the form of an audio.
Yes.
So this one, I think it's more of more like a movie, more like a film. And knowing Shemu Joya and his history when it comes to filmmaking, I bet you this is going to be a hit.
Yeah, it's, and given a chance, I can just ask him to, in the movie, take care of what goes around in terms of debates on whether John Chirembe was indeed, whether we just imposed it on him because we don't have a hero and all that. You know, people speak a lot of things, and that to the effect that people sometimes say maybe he was too fast to chase the whites because this country we are failing to develop it ourselves.
No, but then that's not
all
a
that.
him problem.
So those are the things that I think fictionally the movie can also try to take care. Yes.
The way I understand it, I don't understand why we blame him for chasing the white people. Or no, because we would have probably it's an us problem. Okay, you can't blame it on someone. He tried to fight for us. Why blame it on him?
He didn't even try. He did it.
He did his part.
Yeah. He did his part.
It was now up to us to actually develop ourselves. So why should we always depend on other people to actually develop us?
In sports, Bullets defiant vow to fight on despite first league home loss. FC Binyasa Big Bullets say despite yesterday's 1-0 home defeat to TP Mazembe of Democratic Republic of Congo. I was about to say TP. DRC in the second preliminary round, first leg of the CAF Champions League. The battle is not yet over. Hey,
it was a tough one.
It was a tough one.
Okay, still on local sports, a headline here is Kokoma Oil Presidential Charity Golf Tournament. Kokoma Oil's Presidential Charity Golf Tournament. So part of the story reads, Kokoma Crude and Oil Producers, Capital Oil Refining Industries Limited, Corey, a wholly Malawian company that was established in 1988, has donated 20 million kwacha to the Presidential Charity Golf Organizing Committee, which is organizing a golf tournament set for October 7th in Lilongwe. That's great. The last part with international sports. A headline here reads, Ronaldo and Mane each score for fourth successive Al Nassr game. And part of the story reads, Cristiano Ronaldo and Sadio Mane each scored for the fourth successive game to help Al Nassr to a fourth straight victory in the Saudi Pro League. Mane netted from 18 yards in the first half stoppage time to put the visitors ahead at 10-man Al Raid, whilst Ronaldo's fine solo run and finish sealed a 3-1 win.
That's all we had for you this morning. You've been with me, Robert Edward, and
Tandy Wemzumara. Have a lovely Monday.